problem with police is I hate the fact that every time I seem to see one make a turn, they don't have their blinkers on. I've had cops pull out in front of me out of parking lots and cut me off. I've seen cops, swerve in front of someone to the point where they have to slam on their brakes. I've had cops ride my ass, and I really don't like when people ride my ass. I always have the urge to slam on my brakes. Not enough to hit them, but enough to make them like nearly shit their pants. And whenever it's a cop, I kind of want them to hit me. Just because I wouldn't want that for a normal person, but for a cop, fuck you. If you're gonna ride my ass, either fucking turn on your lights and pull me over, get the fuck out of my business. I've also had friends that have been harassed by the cops. I've been harassed by the cops. I've had friends beaten by the police, the whole kicking their ass and spraying them with mace while screaming, "Stop resisting." That old trick that I think the internet is starting to bring to the surface to where they can't use it anymore, or at least it's not as effective and people actually question it. I've also been down at the Occupy protests and seen the police. They're all dressed up in their military fatigue, and when Occupy LA was being evicted last year, afterwards I walked out of the area and headed back to my car, and on my way back to the car I had to walk around several blocks that were blocked off because the police, all their cars were parked there. They didn't come in a bunch of vans. They all came in their squad cars. So when you see hundreds of cops, there's fucking hundreds of squad cars. And I found it funny that Occupy had taken over, the lawn of City Hall. They're just protesting and handing out flyers and making t-shirts and having speeches and playing music and doing chalk art on the ground, all that heinous shit. And so the police decided to come and quarantine off that block to where no one could come in or out, and all the cops stood there in their SWAT uniforms or SWAT get-ups and blocked everyone in. And then everyone got pissed off and started going into the streets, our streets, that kind of thing. And on the media you hear, oh well, the cops had to disperse them because they were blocking the intersection, blah blah blah. And I couldn't help but think, like, shit, before the cops came, nobody was unruly, everybody was chill, everybody's having a good time. All of a sudden the cops come, everyone gets agitated and a little pissed off, and then the media says they're blocking the streets, so the police had to come in and disperse them. They weren't blocking the streets until the cops started blocking the streets. And then afterwards, when people like me leave the protest, the one block that they were complaining about doesn't even compare to the 7 blocks that the cops were blocking with all their squad cars and rigs and bullshit. So, I don't have a problem with you, a police officer. I will treat you with respect. But I'm treating you as an individual with respect. I'm not treating your badge with respect because I lost my respect for the badge a long time ago. So when I hear, don't give police a hard time because they have a hard enough time the way it is, well, you know what? Maybe if I stopped getting harassed by police, cut off by police, tailgated by police, had to watch them do illegal things while they go ahead and try and give me tickets and hold me up to some sort of law that they don't even abide to. I'm tired of seeing cops text messaging on their phone while going 15 under the speed limit. I pulled up next to a cop the other day and had to tell him that his lights were on. He was just driving around text messaging while his lights were on and back. That's fucking ridiculous. So, I have respect for all people, but I lost my respect for the badge a long time ago. I'm sorry, I hate to admit it, but it's fucking true.